Here we go. What is going on, Cover One crew? Welcome back to the show. Hope everybody is awesome, man. I'm always doing good because we get to talk this wonderful game of football, talking year 2 breakouts for me this year in fantasy football, because you know what? Some of them I've always been a fan of. Others, they're on the docket because, you know, their potential could increase this year and subsequently into following seasons. So not only for dynasty leagues, but for redraft leagues, gotta get on board with these gentlemen. Know some of y'all are a little sour on a lot of these guys as well, but they should have a very sound year 2, if not fully, breakout like we fully expect them to do. Let's talk. First one on the board. I got 5 players. Drake May is my first one. Yes, it pains me to say as a Bills fan, I'm, all in on a lot of these Patriots because they drafted extremely well. You can't hate good talent where you see it. Drake May, even though he did play in, only 13 games last year, 63% on that boom rate. This is very important. I was always a big fan of Drake May. Drake coming out of that draft was my number 1 ranked quarterback, even above a Caleb Williams, but I guess we could say JD was the number 1 guy coming out of that draft class based on his rookie season, how well he did. But Drake May is no slouch. He's got everything you're looking for. Now they got a new coach, new system, new outlook, new playmakers. New England's definitely going to be showcasing the fact of what they could potentially be in a couple years down the road. This year is another, rebuilding type of season, but Drake May should absolutely increase on the numbers that he had last year, especially where his ADP is. We can definitely take a flyer late in Superflex leagues, especially 2024 stats, 187 fantasy points. Not bad, man. You can't really, suggest otherwise. You want to see him cut down those interceptions a little bit, 15 TDs to 10 interceptions. 2,200 yards, basically playing with nobody. Let's just be real. There were some, good secondary pieces, good quality pieces, but it's definitely a roster that needed a lot of oomph to actually get Drake over the top, but he did work through a lot of his progressions, work through a lot of his inadequacy, and did look good. May showed a lot of flash this past year, no question, with not a lot to work with. Like I said, having a Stephon Diggs, potentially healthy, Trevion Henderson, you guys know he is my guy as well. Big splash plays are definitely coming this season for a Drake May and this offense. If Stephon Diggs can get on the field, that is great arm talent, strong rushing upside. I mean, he was coined as the baby Josh Allen, and it's very likely that it's going to continue that way. He's very good frame, rushing upside, big-time arm, and he works out through a lot of his inadequacy. He will be that much better. Playmakers for these Patriots, we got Stephon Diggs. Hopefully he is healthy this year. Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas. I love me some Pop Douglas. I think he has a secondary role, getting a lot of lesser coverage coming to his direction. He will have a good season. Trevion Henderson, the rookie, like I said, absolutely love me some Trey. I wanted him in Buffalo, damn it. I really did. I think he is such a supreme talented running back with so much explosive ability. He will change the dynamic, how this running back room does look. Ramondre Stevenson still is a part of this team. Hunter Henry, Kyle Williams, the rookie as well. This guy's a field burner. I, see him more as like a, faster Terry McLaurin type of wideout. If he can round out the rest of his route tree, he will be very good. Keyshawn Boutte, y'all like booty? You got yourself some Boutte. He's okay. I mean, there was some flash off-field issues. I mean, some, laziness in his game, but he did flash a lot of times this last year, and I do like it a lot. And then Mac Hollins coming from those Buffalo Bills to go to the, traitor. You're a traitor, Mac. Going to these New England Patriots, but the upside is definitely high for a Drake May to have a second-year breakout. Next one is a Marvin Harrison Jr. We know Marvin, bloodlines from Marvin Harrison Sr. The year 1 didn't go as, a lot of people wanted to suggest. You guys did not listen to me. He was, ADP 10, 11 last year? I said pump the brakes. He's a rookie, and I get it. Malik Neighbors pops off, and everyone's saying, oh, Malik is way better than a Marvin Harrison Jr. Relax, man. Relax. We understand how it goes sometimes with some of these elite talented wide receivers. Got to get their feet wet in the NFL before they can make a big name for himself. Statistically, he wasn't terrible. 62 receptions for 885 and 8 touchdowns. That's not a bad rookie season whatsoever. It's the target share that foils this man. 116 targets. What are you doing in Arizona, y'all? You got to start force-feeding this guy the football at least to the tune of 140 receptions to come his way, and we will see 1,200 yards coming from Marvin Harrison. He did have some issues. I mean, the overhype at ADP is where I'm, big time sitting here saying y'all should have known better. Now he's the wide receiver 21, overall 45. He's going to go up in drafts based on how this offseason does go as well because the skill set is there. Limited role, target target share. Is he the 2025 sleeper when it comes to high-end wide receivers? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. 165.5 points, fantasy football points. It's not a great deal, and we know this. He needs a lot more receptions. TDs were good. Yardage needs to go over 1,000, and we will see what he is. Marvin has way too much talent to be slept on in 2025, but let's not get crazy. I think that he is valued appropriately. Within the top 20, I think, is reasonable for a Marvin Harrison because his role should be expanded this year, especially with the fact they did not necessarily add a lot of playmakers. I mean, they paid Trey McBride, didn't add really anybody else, brought the rest of the crew back. I think that's, a statement from this coaching staff to say that the role for Marvin Harrison should increase this year. Definite pluses for me. We just need Kyler Murray to force feed a Marvin 110% of the time. I mean, he added muscle already, looking great in the practice workouts right now on his route trees, correcting the concentration drops. There were some problems in his game in his rookie season. Coming back to the quarterback, having firm plant steps, getting open with separation. There were issues last year for Marvin Harrison Jr. But I mean, like I said, the playmakers do reside the same. Trey McBride, the PPR machine, James Conner, Trey Benson, Michael Wilson, Zay Jones, Greg Dortch, Xavier Weaver, one of my dudes. Absolutely love this guy. And then Asemi Fihoko with others absolutely down the line. Fihoko can still play, but I mean, there's not a lot of assistance outside of a Trey McBride in this past game to pull coverage from a Marvin Harrison Jr., so he's definitely going to have to showcase that he can be an elite talented wide receiver like someone like Malik Neighbors, making things happen on your own. 61.5% on the boom consistency rate was not terrible, but he did fail you a lot more than he did help you. Consistency was not part of Marvin's game last year. When he did hit, he hit pretty well. When he didn't, it was a, why the hell did I start this man type of situation. But Marvin Harrison definitely is on the rise for me, and his second-year breakout should be plentiful. Next one is a Ray Davis. Say hey, Ray. Buffalo Bills. ADP running back 44, overall 136, had 107 points last year. Did not play. He played every game, but I mean, he did not have a substantial role. 113 attempts for just under 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. Added some, umph in the receiving game, 17 for 189 and 3 TDs. He was trusted upon by Josh Allen, relied upon by these Bills in specialty situations, spelling out a James Cook as well. And this year, it should be no different if a James Cook decides to suit up this year without his contract. Bills are, again, the legit Super Bowl contenders, highest scoring team in 2024. You cannot knock this offense under Joe Brady. You guys know I've been on record before they even got Joe Brady that I wanted Joe Brady in Buffalo, and we definitely got him. He is absolutely a fantastic play caller. They will absolutely utilize the run game once again in Buffalo. James Cook issue is the biggest one. He may hold out in 2024. Do I see that happening? Probably not. He's still on his rookie deal. He wants that $15 million a year. Will the Buffalo Bills pay this man? Are they basically saying, we want to run you into the ground and let you go next year? Or are they saying, just prove it one more year that you can handle a bigger role in this offense, and then we'll pay you the $15 million that you do believe that you covet, man? It does open the door for a Ray Davis in 2025, especially if there is no traction on that contract, especially if they get the indication that a James Cook could depart the Buffalo Bills in 2026. They could be leaning upon a Ray Davis that much more. See what he has in his game. Give him more carries. Do more split tandem approaches because they want to see what they can have with a Ray Davis, potentially teaming him up with another fast, speedy running back next season out of the NFL draft or in the free agent market if they do not sign a James Cook. This has a lot of, good implication for a Ray Davis at this point. Joe Brady, definitely it's important for this offense, like I'm saying, to have a good run game, more touches for Davis. The audition for 2026, potentially no James Cook. That's where I'm going with this. There is a potential breakout for Ray Davis, a lot more carries if James Cook gets injured, if James Cook, is frustrated, sits out for any period of time. Ray Davis is the guy in this offense that was one of the best, if not the best, obviously the best point totals in the season, but one of the best offenses in the entire NFL. Playmakers, the Bills have, obviously, James Cook, we're discussing, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, he requires a massive second-year breakout as well. Sign themselves a Josh Palmer, who I really like a lot. I think Josh is going to be a good fit in this offense. Dalton Kincaid, when will his rise come? Curtis Samuel, they signed Elijah Moore, Ty Johnson, we got Dawson Knox, lots of playmakers for the Buffalo Bills. 33% on that boom rate for Ray Davis last year in his rookie year. We could not play him basically at all this year. He may have some standalone flex appeal in year 2 as a potential breakout. Number 3, Ricky Persol. or number 4, I should say, wide receiver on my list. 2024 was not great, man. 78 points, nothing really. I mean, he had 3 maybe good games, 17% on that boom rate. Nothing really crazy to come out to say, Ricky Persol, lit the stage on fire last year, because he really didn't. But with these 49ers, there's something in a reset mode this year. I mean, CMC is back. That's good news. Ayuk's still dealing with his injury. That's good news for a Ricky Persol. No playoffs last year. This is a reset year for these 49ers. Get back on track in a very big way. I mean, Brock Purdy, no deal yet. They're going to make him show it once again this year before they pay the man. Bigger role for Persol and Jennings? Abso-frickin-lutely. So long as Ayuk does not suit up, this is where a Ricky Persol, you will get the best, you'll be the biggest beneficiary, I should say, at the beginning of the season until Ayuk does come back. Especially, if they start him on the start Ayuk on the PUP list to start the season. Persol and Jennings, first 4 or 5 games will be massive point producers for fantasy football. Persol's got a great route tree, very good hands. The lack of target share this past year definitely hampered him. 11 games, only saw 46 targets. That is damn near not good enough. You got to force feed this man. Injuries were definitely part of it as well with the lack of targets. Huge potential value upside pick if he does play and get, the 5 to 8 targets per game. 750 to 1,000 yard season is definitely not out of the question for Ricky Persol for the second-year player. He is that good. He is that talented. Wide receiver 45, 104. He could have also standalone wide receiver 3 flex appeal all season long. 49ers playmaker CMC, like I said, is back in the mix. He should, barring any other health issues, CMC should be back to normal. George Kittle, the people's tight end, he signed an extension as well. He's not going nowhere. Brandon Ayuk continues to deal with that injury. Juwan Jennings, like I said, Demarcus Robinson signed off the street, or signed off a club, I should say, off the free agent market. Jacob Cowing, he's one of these under-the-radar guys as well that could take over a decent role in this 49ers club in the next couple years. Isaac Guerrero, he was good last year, and then my dude Jordan James, rookie from Oregon, the running back, he's got a lot of skills as well. They're hedge betting for this guy. We know how many injuries the 49ers running back room has every single year, so you can't sleep on a Jordan James, but Ricky Persol is one of these dudes. I'm loving this year, potential second-year breakout, 110%. Last one on the board, Theo Johnson, tight end, New York Giants, only 5% on that boom rate. He was basically shackled, didn't give much, upside whatsoever. Played in 12 games, 43 targets, 29 receptions, 331 yards, 1 TD. But this man is put together. He is the tight end 37, so he's going to go likely undrafted in all leagues outside of 16-team leagues, but there's huge upside in this tight end. Massive athletic ability. Basically, he lost the last part of the season to an injury. He wasn't necessarily involved, but new quarterback room, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart. We'll see, man. Passing offense definitely got to be a tick up from last year from what they were dealing with. Tight ends, I mean, they take, 2 to 3 years to break out typically. Red zone upside for a Theo is absolutely here. Huge tight end sleeper in 2025. Like I said, he's likely undraftable, will be a priority waiver wire pickup, but Theo Johnson is one of these dudes that once he does get a sizable role on this Giants squad, he will showcase what he can do. He's a very talented tight end, and he will be something of a fixture once he does figure it out. Giants playmakers, Malik Neighbors, big-time baller, we know this. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, Tyrone Tracy looked good last year. They added a Cam Scatterbo rookie. And I mean, Scattaboo, he's going to be one of these guys, tandem backfield, big-time thunder and lightning with Scattaboo and a Tracy, very good. Jalen Hyatt, maybe he gets a breakout this year as well with a Russell Wilson. Devin Singletary and Zach Pascal is your wide receiver playmakers with others vying for opportunity. While his season wasn't necessarily great and abundant last year, Theo, he's going to have potential upside this year to get at least in the 650 yards receiving with maybe potentially 40, 45 receptions. Hopefully that TD mark goes above 6 because that could drop him into the top 15 of tight ends. But there you have it. That is my 5, second-year breakout players that should, at least give us something for a short time. If not, guys like Marvin Harrison should give us a big-time season this year. Likewise with a Drake May. I really foresee him having a good, second year in the NFL, but a lot of these guys, keep tabs on your list because they should be big-time ballers. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. Who do you like on this list? Who do you don't like on this list? Throw it in the comments. We can definitely talk it out, but we'll see you next time. I am out.